very much indeed. Hello, I'm Alexander Armstrong, and a very warm welcome to Pointless, the quiz show where popular answers mean nothing and obscure answers mean everything. Let's meet today's players. So welcome to Elizabeth and Christina. You're our first pair on the show this afternoon. How do you two know each other?
We're mother and daughter, and Elizabeth is the youngest of my 3 daughters.
Youngest of 3 daughters?
Yes.
All daughters?
Yes.
Oh, my goodness. Where have you come from?
Folkestone in Kent.
Folkestone in Kent. What do you do, Christina?
I'm a retired primary school head teacher.
Wow. Well, you've got all bases covered there. How about you, Elizabeth?
I'm a student and I'm training to be a primary teacher, so...
Well, very best of luck to the pair of you.
Thank you.
Next, we welcome back Roy and Thomas. You were on the show last time. Everyone gets 2 chances to reach the Pointless final. This is your second chance. Remind us how you did.
We did pretty well. We got to the head-to-head, but unfortunately, lack of Coronation Street knowledge.
Street.
Yeah.
You see, if only you'd spent more time in front of the telly.
Yeah.
Roy, what would you love to see come up this afternoon?
Something about tropical fish, perhaps.
What?
Anything other than Coronation Street.
Really? Tropical fish? Are you good on tropical fish, or were you just being...
I'm just being facetious.
You're being ribald. I see, I see. Thomas, do you want to add to the fun?
I'll be more sensible. I think medieval history, I think, is probably...
Medieval history. That's your particular area of
Definitely,
focus.
yeah.
Medieval history?
No. Tropical fish? Yes.
Really?
No.
No. Anyway, best of luck to the pair of you. And next, we welcome back Tricia and Ernie, who were also on the show last time. Remind us what happened with you.
We got a very high score in the second round because my knowledge of television wasn't as good as what I thought.
I know. See, again, if only more of you just spent your time just watching telly, what are you hoping is going to come up this afternoon?
Definitely geography.
And ancient Egypt.
Geography and ancient
Geographical Egypt
Yes.
will be great, yeah.
All right, well, listen, very best of luck to the pair of you. It's great to have you back. And finally, we have Paul and Yvonne. How do you two know each other?
We met on the beautiful Greek island of Lesbos 20-something years ago, and our eyes met over a clay pot of moussaka.
Holiday romance, still going strong.
still
That's
going.
fabulous. What are your hobbies, Paul?
Scuba diving, mountain biking, anything dangerous.
Liking things that are dangerous, you are going to be the perfect Pointless contestant. This means you are going to go out onto the thin ice, aren't you? You're going to be taking risks at every turn, isn't he, Yvonne?
Yes. Maybe.
OK. Anyway, very best of luck to the pair of you. It's great to have you here. We'll be finding out more about all of you throughout the show. There's only one person left for me to introduce. In the search of obscure facts and figures, he will boldly go where no man has gone before. He is my Pointless friend. He's Richard.
Really good show today. 2 returning pairs. Roy and Thomas were terrific last time, weren't they? A very, very strong pair.
Yeah.
So I suspect they're the people to beat, but Tricia and Ernie. Tricia, I think, is very, very keen to win the show today.
She wants to hoist the trophy, I think
so. I think she has a steely look in her eye. Should be a very good show. The first question is one of those ones that, you know what, you either know it or you don't. It's going to be, could be tricky for some people, the first question.
Now, we put all our questions to 100 people before the show, but this is pointless, so we are after the obscure answers they didn't get. But what everyone's trying to do, of course, is find a pointless answer. That's an answer that none of our 100 people gave, and each time that happens, we will add £250 to the jackpot. Now, nobody won the jackpot last time, so we add another £1,000 to that. So today's jackpot starts off at £9,750. Right, let's play Pointless. Now, in the first round, each of you has given me one answer, and you cannot confer with your partner. Whichever team has the highest score at the end of the round will be eliminated. If anyone gives me an incorrect answer, they will score the maximum of 100 points. OK, our first category this afternoon is celebrities. Christina looks thrilled with that.
No.
Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, let's find out what the question is. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many 2010 Strictly Come Dancing contestants as they could. Richard.
Yeah, we're looking for any celebrity who took part in the 8th series of BBC Strictly Come Dancing in 2010.
Thank you very much, Richard. Now, Elizabeth and Christina, you all drew lots before the show, and this afternoon you get to go first. Did you watch any of Strictly?
No.
Do you ever?
No. But I do sometimes sort of see in passing.
You hear
who's
about
on there,
the best and worst, usually.
Yes, I think I've got an idea.
Come on then, let's
I'm
hear.
going to try Matt Baker.
Matt Baker, very good. OK, you're hoping to score as few points as possible with Matt Baker. Let's see if it's right, and if it is, let's see how many people said Matt Baker. Well done.
It's the right answer.
Very, very well done. Matt Baker scores you 16.
Yeah, very good answer, Christina. Well done. Matt Baker started his career on Blue Peter, of course, now does the One Show, amongst other things.
Well done, Christina. Now then, Roy. The thing about Strictly is you either watch it or you don't. Do you watch it?
Yeah, obviously. I watch it all the time. I'm very partial to a bit of a paso doble. So, you know, I'm not...
See, I just him with his tropical fish. I just don't know I believe it. Do I believe this? Does he watch it, Thomas?
Yeah, well, I think we both
You do?
sort of
Okay.
watch it. It's just sort of on in
Okay.
the background.
OK.
It's a guilty pleasure.
OK. Now then.
OK.
2010.
Yes, 2010, I'm going to go for Goldie, who I think was the first person knocked out.
OK, Goldie, you're going to say. Again, you're hoping to score as few points as possible. Goldie, let's see if it's right. And if it is, let's see how many people said Goldie. It's right. Down it goes. Very, very well done, Roy. Extremely good. Goldie scoring you 4 points. So Goldie, Richard?
Yeah, well played, Roy. Goldie, of course, is not the old Blue Peter dog, but the drum and bass DJ. He was also on Maestro, where he learned to conduct an orchestra.
Yeah. Now then, Trisha. Again, I have an inkling you're going to be very, very good at this.
I love it.
I just knew you were going to say that. So for you, it's just a matter of working out strategically which is the lowest scoring one of all the names you have in front of you.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I'm going to go for Paul Daniels.
Well, you don't hear that very often.
You're hoping to score as low as you possibly can with Paul Daniels. I think you might. Let's see if it's a correct answer. I have a hunch it probably is. And if it is, let's see how many people said it. Paul Daniels. It's right. Very well done. Very well done indeed, Trisha. Paul Daniels scoring you 9.
Yeah, good answer, Trisha. He was the second one voted out after Goldie, in fact.
Very good. Now then, Yvonne. Do you watch Strictly?
No.
Oh, dear.
Never.
Yes, exactly. See? Oh, no. Does Paul watch Strictly?
No, never.
Wow. So you're just going to have to take a wild stab in the dark.
OK.
Oh.
Right. The stab I'm going to go for is Pamela Stevenson.
Pamela Stevenson, you're hoping to score as few points as possible. Let's see if Pamela Stevenson is right, and if it is, let's see how many people said it. Pamela Stevenson. Well done, it's right. 22. That's not bad. 22, very well done. Pamela Stevenson.
Yeah, well done, Yvonne. She came third, Pamela Stevenson.
She came third?
Yeah.
Oh, she was good?
Yeah.
Or just loved?
A little bit of both.
OK, well, we're halfway through the round, so let's take a look at the scores as they stand. On 4 points, Roy and Thomas. Then we come up to Trisha and Ernie on 9. Lovely low score there. Christina, 16. Not bad. A little bit ahead of you, Yvonne and Paul on 22. Considering that was an amazing score.
I'm astonished.
Considering. However, this is about staying in the game. So, Paul, you're going to have to rack your brains and just try and come up with an obscure answer. Likewise, Elizabeth, I hope you watched it as well, so you can come up with a decent answer to finish the round off and stay in the game. OK, we're going to come back down the line. Can the second players please take their places at the podium? So, we are looking for 2010 Strictly Come Dancing contestants. Paul, as we gather, You don't really watch it.
No.
But you must be aware of some of the
aware
names.
of it. We were even out of the country for most of 2010.
Is this a deliberate move?
Just to avoid Strictly Come Dancing, yeah.
Well, now, listen, we can't put this off any longer, Paul. You're going to have to... Have you got a name?
It may even be the wrong show, but I distinctly remember a retired, distinguished broadcaster by the name of John Sargent.
OK, John Sargent, you are saying. You are the high scorers on 22, so there's no red line for you to come below. John Sargent. Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many people said John Sargent. Good luck, Paul. Yes, I'm afraid that, like John Sargent doing Strictly, was wrong. And it scores you the maximum of 100 points, taking your total up to 122. Richard John Sargent.
Yeah, it was 2 years back, in fact, in Series 6, 2008. John Sargent was in it.
I am quite proud not to know that.
Yeah, I'm quite proud of you. I think that's it's, you know, you can hold your heads up high as you leave the show, which I'm afraid is what you are going to be doing at the end of this round, because nobody, even if they score 100 points, will be able to overtake your exceptional high score of 122. So, Ernie, we come to you. Pressure off. Remember, we're looking for 2010 Strictly contestants.
Yeah, I don't think this person was on there, but she was certainly seemed to be on everything else, and I'll just go for Carol Vorderman. She's not there, but I'll go for Carol Vorderman.
You're on 9 points. It doesn't matter what you score, you're still through to the next round. Let's see if she was on Strictly 2010, and if she was, let's see how many people said Carol Vorderman. Good luck. Bad luck, Ernie. As you suspected, that is an incorrect answer. Takes your score up to 109. Doesn't matter, you're through. Richard.
Yes, she was on Series 2, actually, of Strictly Carol Vorderman, but I think you were answering the question, who do you fancy most on television, weren't you? Yeah.
Now then, Thomas, I think if anybody can pluck a pointless answer out of the ether, I think it's you.
I think, embarrassingly, you're right. Yeah. I'd probably go with Patsy Kensit, maybe?
Patsy Kensit, maybe. Let's see if that's right. And if it is, let's see how many people have said Patsy Kensit. It's right. Might this be pointless? That'd be brilliant, Thomas, if it were. Oh, almost. Scores you 6, takes your total up to 10. So, Richard, Patsy Kensit.
Yeah, another very good answer from Thomas. I might get you to name some more at the end of the round, but 10 points, a very good score between two.
Elizabeth. You are on 16, and like all the others, it doesn't matter what you score now, you are through to the next round. Sorry, all the others barring Paul and Yvonne.
That's definitely a relief, because I don't watch it.
You don't watch Strictly?
No. I do know who was on it, kind of. Not all of them, but I've still got a couple of names that no one else has said. But I'm going to go for Cara Toynton.
Cara Toynton?
Yes.
Very good. Let's see how many people said Cara Toynton. Wow. 11. Very well done. Elizabeth takes your total up to 27.
Yeah, well played, Elizabeth. Cara Toynton, the EastEnders actress who won that Series 8. There are 3 pointless answers here. Scott Maslin, the EastEnders actor, played Jack Branning. Tina O'Brien from Coronation Street, she was also pointless, and the actor Jimmy Mystery. All 3 of those are pointless answers. Very well done if you said any of those at home. Let's take a look at the highest scorers. These are the ones that most people said. Most of 100. Matt Baker is actually the 3rd highest scorer of all, with 16. Pamela Stevenson, 22. And right at the top there, the John Sargent of 2010, I would say, Anne Widdecombe on 55.
Thank you very much, Richard. So, at the end of round 1, the losing pair with the highest score. I'm so sorry, Paul and Yvonne. So what have you learnt on your brief spell, your mayfly-like?
Just to try and remember what year is which, really, I suppose, would be good.
Yes. Ah, well, we will see you next time. We'll look forward to it very much. Excellent contestants. Thanks so much for playing. Thank you. But for the remaining 3 pairs, it's now time for round 2. Now, obviously, only 2 pairs can make it through to the head-to-head, so one of the teams in front of me now will be leaving at the end of this round. Your category for round 2 this afternoon is transport. Transport. Can you decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. So, our round 2 question this afternoon concerns international car registrations. In this round, we're about to show you a list of abbreviations used as international car registrations. We asked 100 people to tell us which country each set of letters represents. Richard.
In each pass, we're going to show you 6 international car registrations. You've got to tell us the country they come from. The more obscure answers will score you fewer points. If you give us an incorrect answer, it will score you 100 points.
Thank you very much, Richard. So we are looking for the country that each of these sets of letters represents. And we have got GB, IS, MAL, ET, D, RWA. I'll read those again. GB, IS, MAL, ET, D, RWA. Elizabeth.
There's a couple that I'm sure of, and then maybe
yes,
a couple that I could have a guess at. I'm gonna go for ET.
Yes.
And say Estonia.
You're going to say Estonia?
Yes.
For ET?
Yep.
ET, Estonia. Well, let's see if it's right. And if it is, let's see how many people knew that answer. ET, Estonia. Oh, bad luck, Elizabeth. Something tells me you won't be alone on that high score this round. Unfortunately, that is a wrong answer. You score the maximum of 100 points. Richard.
I won't tell you what ET is, just in case Roy or Ernie would like to have a go at that one.
Roy.
Yes.
Roy. What's that board looking like behind me?
It's not looking very attractive, really, but I like to live life on the edge. So as one country beginning with E has already gone, I'm going to go for another one and say that ET is Ethiopia.
Ethiopia.
Yes.
ET, Ethiopia, says Roy. Is it right? And if it is, how many people said it? Ethiopia. Oh. Bad luck, Roy. Very high-scoring round, this one. Ernie, you don't need to do anything, really, do you? Ethiopia, very, very brave, life on the edge kind of a choice, but I'm afraid it was wrong, so it scores you the maximum of 100 points. Richard.
You guys are finding it harder to find ET than those government scientists in the film.
Ernie, you're the last person to have this board.
Yep.
Remember, we are looking for the country that is represented by these car registrations.
I think RWA is possibly a West African republic or something in Africa. D, Germany. ET, I have a feeling Egypt. But I'm going to try IS, and I think it's Iceland.
You think it's Iceland?
Yeah.
OK. IS, Iceland, you are saying. Let's see if that's right. And if it is, let's see how many people said it. IS, Iceland. Good luck, Ernie. It's right. Very well done. Down it goes. 5. That was a great answer, Ernie. And it paid off. Scored you 5.
Well played, Ernie. Trisha and Ernie mean business, don't they?
Oh, yeah.
They really do. That's a very, very good answer. Yeah, so the Icelandic spelling of Iceland begins IS. Let's fill in the others. We should probably do ET first. Not Estonia, not Ethiopia, but as Ernie thought, it's Egypt. And would have scored just 1 point. Let's go right up the top now. GB is obviously United Kingdom. Almost as bad as the wrong answer, 97 points. D is Germany. Would have scored you 61. RWA, any ideas?
With Rwanda, is it really?
Rwanda, exactly right. Would have scored 39. Now, MAL, what do you think? Malta, no. Malawi, no. Maldives, no. It is Malaysia. Malaysia would have scored you a fairly hefty 20 points.
Thanks very much, Richard. OK, we're halfway through the round, so let's take a look at the scores as they stand. Well now, Ernie and Trisha, 5. Iceland it was. Very brave indeed. Not to say that Elizabeth and Roy weren't equally brave. They were just wrong. But it's nice to have 2 of you on 100 because it really means Thomas and Christina have a proper tussle in the next pass. Otherwise, it just wouldn't be any fun at all. Right, we're going to come back down the line. Can the second players please take their places at the podium? OK, we're going to put 6 more abbreviations on the board, and we have got CDN, IRL, JAT, CH, and IND. I'll read those one more time. CDN, IRL, JAT, CH, and IND. And remember, we are looking for the country that each of these sets of letters represents, and you're trying to find the one that the fewest of our 100 people knew. Now then, Tricia, you're on 5, courtesy of Ernie's excellent answer in the first pass. If you can score 94 or lower, you are through to the head-to-head.
I'm thinking CH. I think. Switzerland.
Very good. Let's see if that is right. Here comes your red line. There it is. If you get below that red line with Switzerland, you are through to the head-to-head. Is it right? If it is, let's see how many people said CH Switzerland. Well done, it is right. You are through to the head-to-head. 36. Very well done, Tricia. 36 takes your total up to 41. Richard.
Yes, sailing through to the head-to-head. CH stands for Confédération Helvétique.
Very well done. Now then, Thomas. The heat is on. It's between you and Christina.
Yeah. My dad didn't leave me in the best of positions.
He didn't leave you in the best of positions, no.
I don't know whether to risk it or go for an easy one and... yes. I'm going to go for CDN and say Niger.
CDN,
Yeah.
Niger. You're saying CDN, Niger. OK, there it is at the top of the board. CDN, Niger. Let's find out if that is right. And if it is, let's see how many people said it. CDN, Niger. Obviously, there's no red line for you because you are joint high scorers. Bad luck, Thomas. Bad luck. I'm afraid that is an incorrect answer, which means you score the maximum of 100 points, which takes your total up to 200. Richard.
Yeah, unlucky, Thomas. You've got to take a risk, though. I won't say what CDN is in case Christina would like to have a go at it.
Christina.
There are none of those that I'm absolutely 100% about. I think I'm going to try JA and say Japan.
Japan, you're going to say for JA. Well, there is your red line. It's right below the pink line. If Japan is right, I think you will be through to the head-to-head. It just has to be right. Let's see if it is. And if it is, let's see how many people said it. Japan. Oh, this is very exciting indeed. I'm afraid that is wrong, which means you score the maximum of 100 points, taking your total up to 200. Richard.
What a tough round, isn't it?
Tough.
Very tough round, and more to come.
Very tough, and more to come. So then, a lifeline has been thrown to you, Thomas and Roy, and to Christina and Elizabeth. This is incredibly exciting. It's a tie. And as it's a tie, the tied pairs have to give one more answer each. Your scores are now going to be reset to 0. Oh, look at that. Beautifully synchronised. And the pair that gets the lowest score will win. You can now confer, OK? So, Elizabeth and Christina, you are to go first. From the remaining answers on the board.
Which one should we go for? You should.
Yeah.
Because I'm not. Yeah.
We're going to go for IRL and say Ireland.
IRL.
The Republic
of Ireland.
Ireland. OK, well, let's see if that's right. And if it is, let's see how many people said it. IRL, Ireland. Yes, it's right. But it might as well not have been. 91 points for that. Thomas and Roy.
IND's either Indonesia or India, I'm guessing. T could be sort of Thailand, any country beginning with T. Yeah, CDN.
Well, you
So
could possibly
Congo,
Canada, but
or Canada? No, but it's the other way around.
No. I reckon JA is not too bad a one.
Yeah, it's the one we're more confident on.
Yeah.
We'll
OK.
go JA, Jamaica.
JA, Jamaica. OK, well, 91 is the score you have to beat. Here's your red line coming in. Below that red line, and you will be through to the head-to-head. Jamaica, JA. Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many of our 100 people said it. Very good, well done. You are through. That's all you had to do. Very good. That scores you 7, and it sees you through to the head-to-head. Richard, I suppose that's why Jar features in so many reggae songs.
That's exactly right. Very well played, guys. Let's take you through the rest of the board. Everyone was avoiding IND, because obviously it could be India or Indonesia. It's India. Indonesia is RI for Republic Indonesia. CDN, which has confused everyone, is Canada. But it's short for Canadian Dominion. That's what they have on their plate, CDN. And T, as you say, could be any country beginning with T. But we've had a tie, and if you were a tie, you'd have a T on your car, because it's Thailand. Would have scored 5 points. That's the best answer on the board, so very well done if you said that.
OK, thanks very much, Richard. So at the end of round 2, the losing pair with the highest score, I'm afraid it's Christina and Elizabeth. Dear, oh dear. Well, you did incredibly well, and right down to a tie-break as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we will see you again next time, when I hope you'll be on the show for even longer. But thanks very much for playing. Great contestants.
Thank you.
For the remaining 2 pairs, things are going to get even more exciting now as we enter the head-to-head. So very well done, Trisha and Ernie, Roy and Thomas. You've made it through to the head-to-head. Now, obviously, only one pair can make it through to the final and play for today's jackpot, which currently stands at £9,750. Now, you're going to go head-to-head on the best of 3 questions. For each question, each pair needs to give me just one answer, but you are now allowed to confer. All you have to do is come up with an answer that scores less than the other pair, and you will win that question. The pair who get the best of 3 will be playing for today's jackpot. Let's play Pointless. Right, here is your first question. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many north, south, east and west football teams as they could. North, south, east and west. Richard.
Yeah, we're looking for any team playing in English League football at the start of 2011. That's Premier League, Championship, League One and League Two. So any English League team which have any of those words in their name, either as a word or part of their name. So, for example, if we were accepting non-league teams, Eastbourne Borough would be acceptable. Any team that has north, south, east or west anywhere in its name. There are 6 answers on the list, so see how many of those you can get at home while they're conferring.
OK, now, Trisha and Ernie, because you've played Beth throughout the show so far, you get to go first. We have an answer. What's it going to be?
Preston North End.
Preston North End, we have from Trisha and Ernie. Very good. Now then, Roy and Thomas, you can do your thinking out loud.
Yeah, that's one we didn't think of. That's a very good one, yeah. I was thinking Northampton, Southampton, West Brom, West Ham. So he's Preston North End, so...
Oh, no, what about Northampton down then?
Yeah. Yeah, probably Northampton, I think.
Yeah. Northampton. OK, so we have Preston North End and we have Northampton, 2 northerly answers. Trisha and Ernie went for Preston North End. Let's see if that's right. And if it is, let's see how many people said Preston North End. That's right. Oh, it's good. 17, very well done. Very well done. Roy and Thomas, you have gone for Northampton. Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many people said Northampton. Will it beat Preston North End? It's another low score, 21. Very close. But Preston North End wins it. So after the first question, Trisha and Ernie are winning 1-0. Richard.
Yeah, well played, Trisha and Ernie. Thomas, you went through every single answer apart from the one answer that would have beaten Preston North End. Let's take a look at what it was. For 11 points would have been Southend United. Preston North End on 17, West Bromwich Albion on 20, Northampton Town 21, Southampton 40, and West Ham United right at the top on 52.
OK, thanks very much, Richard. Here is your second question. Roy and Thomas, you have to win this question to stay in the game. Trisha and Ernie, if you win this, you are straight through to the final. Good luck. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles. Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles. Richard.
Yeah, we're looking for the names of any of the 4 Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles, which is the most obscure of those.
OK, now, Roy and Thomas, you get to go first this time.
Gonna go with Raphael, I think.
Raphael.
Yeah, pretty sure he's won.
OK, we have Raphael. Trisha and Ernie, you can do all your talking out loud now, if you like, if you have any left to do.
Well, we knew 2 of the others. We were struggling on the third one. There's Donatello and Michelangelo. We'll go for Donatello, please.
Donatello. OK, we have Raphael and we have Donatello. Trisha and Ernie, if you win this point, you're straight through to the final. Roy and Thomas, Raphael. Let's see if that's right. And if it is, let's see how many people said Raphael. It's right. "31. Is that a good score? I don't know.
Well, yeah,
what
don't
do you
know
think? What do you think? Trisha and Ernie, what are you thinking?
It could
It's
win.
going to be close. I think it'll be close.
OK, Donatello, you have gone for. Let's see if that's right. And if it is, let's see how many people said Donatello. This will decide, possibly, who goes through to the final. Oh, 37. So, well done, Roy and Thomas. You get that one. After 2 questions, it is 1 point apiece. Richard.
Yeah, they were all very close, actually. And once again, Ernie, it's the one you couldn't remember as the one you should have said, because it would have tied with Raphael. Because Raphael and Leonardo both scored 31 points. Michelangelo, 35. And Donatello, actually, the most popular answer of all, 37.
OK, here is your third question. This is the decider. Whoever wins this question goes through to the final and will be playing for £9,750. Good luck. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many chemical elements that end in ON as they could. Chemical elements ending in ON. Richard.
Yeah, we're looking for the names of any of the 9 elements in the periodic table that end ON. And we're taking their English names as listed in the Encyclopaedia Britannica as of the start of 2011. Very best of luck.
OK. Trisha and Ernie, you go first.
Boron.
Boron.
B-O-R-O-N.
Very good. So a little slightly scary delivery there, Trisha, but I appreciate this is a high-tension moment. Boron. Roy and Thomas. Boron has gone.
Yeah, that's a good answer.
That's a good answer. You're looking quite confident here. You familiar with the...
I know a few others, but whether they're less popular than boron, I don't know. But I think xenon might be a possible one. Yeah. So I'm going to go for xenon.
Xenon. OK, so we have boron, we have xenon. Trisha and Ernie have gone for boron. Is it right? And if it is, how many people said boron? Oh. 20. Boron, 20. Roy and Thomas, you've said xenon. Let's see if it's right, and if it is, let's see how many people said xenon. This will see who goes through to the final. It's right. Oh, look at that! Just 3 points in it. But xenon pips it by going down to 17. So after the third question, Roy and Thomas are through to the final 2-1. Richard.
Yeah, another great battle. There were 2 answers that would have beaten xenon. One of them surprising, I think, really. Let's take a look. Right at the bottom, silicon with 10. Krypton with 12. Xenon 17 there. Radon 18 and boron 20. And then the big ones at the top, carbon 23, iron 35, argon 36, and neon, top of all, with 42.
OK, thank you very much, Richard. So the losing pair at the end of the head-to-head is Trisha and Ernie. Wow, amazingly played. That was incredibly exciting, and that could have gone either way. So how are you feeling, Trisha? Tricia and Ernie.
They're very worthy winners.
Yeah.
They've given us a good
Beaten
battle.
fair and square.
Yes,
Good
beaten
luck.
fair and square.
Get that money.
But you've done phenomenally
You can all
well.
share it with us if you want.
We did agree that off stage, actually.
Very good. But no, you have played fantastically well on both shows you've been on.
Thank you.
Brilliant, brilliant contestants. Thank you so much for coming along. Thank you.
Thank you.
But for Roy and Thomas, it's time for our pointless final and the chance to win our jackpot of £9,750. So congratulations, Roy and Thomas. You've seen off all the competition and you have won our coveted pointless trophy. Very well done. You now have a chance to win our pointless jackpot. At the end of today's show, the jackpot stands at £9,750. Now, the rules are very simple. To win that money, all you have to do is find a pointless answer. That's an answer that none of our 100 people could think of. Now, we haven't had any pointless answers on the show today. You only have to find one now, and you will go home with that money. Firstly, you've got to choose a category, and you can choose from these three options. Here you are. You can have American sport, UK politics, or film directors. American sport, UK politics, or film directors. What do you think?
Pretty much rule out American sport straight away. I have no clue about that, I don't think.
No, I mean, it could be basketball teams,
Yeah, it could be
football teams.
baseball.
Baseball, yeah. Not strong, really. Film directors could be lucky.
Yeah, it could be a director we know, could be a director we have no idea about. And yeah,
politics.
they're all pretty broad.
Yeah.
So what are you going to go for?
We're going to go for film directors.
directors.
Film directors. Would you like to say roughly where you'd like it to be? Any particular film director you'd feel comfortable answering on, or...?
It'd have to be someone fairly recent.
Yeah.
Coen Brothers or something like that, maybe.
Maybe Danny Boyle, something.
OK.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's find out what that question is. Good luck. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many directors who have won more than one Oscar as they could. Richard.
Yeah, we're looking for any director who's received more than one Academy Award for Best Director, up to and including the 82nd Oscars in 2010. So any director who has won 2 or more Oscars.
OK, thanks very much, Richard. You now have up to 1 minute to come up with 3 answers, and all you need to win that £9,750 jackpot is for just one of those answers to be pointless. Your 60 seconds start now.
That revision would come in handy.
Steven Spielberg, Star Wars, Tim Burton, yeah, that's not bad.
George Lucas.
George Lucas, yeah.
I know Danny Boyle's won one. It's not the one, you know.
Best film.
Yeah.
Who else could we think of?
Do you think of anyone sort of earlier, or...?
I mean, someone like... Can we change the subject? That's...
What's the name? Gran Torino bloke in The $1 Million Baby.
Quentin Tarantino, no.
No. What was it?
So who are we going for?
I think Tim Burton.
Tim Burton.
But it's like Steven Spielberg and George Lucas are kind of obvious, and but I mean, if we don't have anyone else, but
5 seconds.
Think of anyone else?
There is your time up. It's a tough one. We were looking for directors who have won more than one Oscar. I now need 3 answers from you.
OK, we'll go for Tim Burton.
Tim Burton.
We'll go for George Lucas.
George Lucas.
And...
Just say Danny Boyle. You could possibly, and if we go for
Right,
George...
Danny Boyle.
Yeah, it's Danny Boyle.
And Danny Boyle. OK. Of those 3, which is your most confident answer, your best shot at a pointless answer?
I think if anyone's going to be a pointless, it's probably Tim... I say Tim Burton's more likely out of the 3.
OK, we'll put him last. What's your least confident?
George Lucas.
I'd say,
George
yeah.
Lucas, which puts Danny Boyle in the middle. OK, let's put those up on the board in that order, and here they are. George Lucas, Danny Boyle, and Tim Burton. There we are. There are your 3 answers. We were looking for directors who have won more than one Oscar. You said this was your least confident answer. You only need to find one pointless to win that jackpot of £9,750. So let's put your first one to the test, and let's see if George Lucas is a correct answer. And if it is, let's see how many people said George Lucas.
That's all we know.
Unfortunately, that's incorrect. So not a pointless answer, which means you only have 2 more shots at today's jackpot. £9,750. What would you do with that?
Probably wine, women and song, and the rest we'd probably waste.
Very good.
That's not very original, but...
Very good. OK. We were looking for directors who've won more than 1 Oscar. Your second answer, Danny Boyle. Let's hope nobody said that. Has to be correct, and it has to go all the way down to 0. Let's find out. Is it right? How many people said Danny Boyle? Oh, dear. Bad luck. Also an incorrect answer. He's definitely won 1. We know that.
Slumdog Millionaire, yeah.
OK, you only have 1 more chance to win today's jackpot. But this is the answer you had the most faith in. You thought this was the one that was most likely to win you the jackpot, be a pointless answer. OK, well, let's put it to the test. There it is, Tim Burton. This has to be right, and it has to go all the way down to 0. Let's find out. Tim Burton, is it right? And if it is, how many people said Tim Burton? Oh, dear. Bad luck. Really, really tough category. So unfortunately, you didn't manage to find that all-important pointless answer, so I'm afraid you don't win today's jackpot of £9,750, which will roll over onto the next show. But you have been fantastic contestants, and you do, of course, get to take home our pointless trophy, so very well done. So, Richard.
Yeah, you played so well throughout, guys. Tough category. Danny Boyle has won 1. The other 2 haven't won any Best Directors Oscars, I'm afraid. Danny Boyle won for Slumdog Millionaire. Let's take a look at the pointless answers, see how many of these you've got at home. Elia Kazan won 2 Oscars for Gentleman's Agreement and On the Waterfront. Frank Borzage won the very first Director's Oscar, Best Director's Oscar for Seventh Heaven. Fred Zinnemann won for From Here to Eternity and for A Man for All Seasons. Let's take a look at the next page. George Stevens won twice, including for Giant. Joseph L. Mankiewicz won twice, including for All About Eve. Leo McCarey also won it twice. These are all pointless answers. Another very early one, Lewis Milestone. And then 2 bigger names, Milos Forman, who won for One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest and also for Amadeus. And then Oliver Stone, who won for Platoon and Born on the 4th of July. So, again, very well done if you've got any of those at home.
Well, did you recognise any of those?
Oliver Stone possibly would be the only one that I'd have got out of them, but...
The others were tough, weren't they?
Yeah.
Quite specialist. Yeah. Well, unfortunately, we do have to say goodbye to you, Roy and Thomas. You've been great contestants. It's been fantastic having you on the show. Thanks so much for playing. Thank you.
Thank you.
So nobody's won our jackpot today, which means it rolls over onto the next show when we will be playing for £10,750. Join us next time, see if someone can win it. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Richard.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.